Do you have what it takes to build classic cars? Today we answer that.
We're at a stopping place.
Micro polishing.
It's looking good.
Getting there. Almost done. Actually should be about a polish, first stage polish today.
Wow.
And second stage tomorrow.
Very nice. It's really shiny.
If you guys are into polishing and detailing, pick yourself up one of these.
What is that?
It's a micro polisher. So it's got interchangeable heads and different foam pads. Now the foam pads don't last all that long and they're hard to find replacements for, but it'll save you in the little stuff that's right up against the edges.
Yeah, when did you start using that?
A couple cars ago. They just recently came on the market, or at least I could found them. And because I've always had a hard time with not getting shiny all the way up into that edge.
Yeah.
So, you know, got to step up your game.
There you go. Speaking of which,
If it interrupts your eye, it doesn't belong on the car.
All right, so speaking of upping the game.
Okay.
Stop rolling. Gonna bash right into
No,
it.
no.
All right, so we are currently hiring.
Yeah, we've got
We
a
are
couple positions.
looking.
We got a couple positions open.
Yeah. So in general, what would you say, like, what does it take to be really good at, building classic VWs? Like, nobody's born knowing how to do this.
You have the technical side, and the technical side can actually be taught. I mean, we're seeing a lot of people who went to school for the different things that they do.
And you're self-taught.
But I'm self-taught, so I haven't gone to school for any of this.
Right.
I mean, I just started doing it and learning from my mistakes and working on my own cars. But I think the biggest thing is passion. Love doing what you're doing and realize you are creating a piece of art or having a piece of it.
Yeah.
It's a collage, a collaboration between the clients, our manufacturers, our part suppliers, the guys who work on the cars, our welders, our electricians, our interior people. All of those people are contributing to this rolling piece of art. And it's just really important for me that passion is like, if you're here for a paycheck, we're not going to hire you or you won't last long.
Right.
And, we pay fairly well, but that can't be your main motivation for getting up and going to work in the morning, because there's tons of jobs out there. It's like you could go be a factory line worker and make the equivalent amount of money, and all you're sitting there and doing this.
Right.
Are you going to have any passion for this? Is there anything at the end of the day or at the end of the build that you actually can look at and say, I did that, or I had a piece of that? So to me, the passion for creating and doing is the biggest thing. So if y'all can show up for the interview and show up to work and really enjoy what you do, I want to talk to you. 256-828-2123.
I'll put the link.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't want to get a bunch of comments in the comment section about, oh, I wish you were closer and all that.
Right.
I'm not moving my location. We've got 10,000.
You got to come to Alabama.
Yeah, we've got 10,000 square foot worth of heated and cooled space that we work on these cars. There's anywhere from 12 to 18 in production at any one time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of pieces and moving piles, and you have to be able to go with the flow and just kind of enjoy it. So,
All right. So a few things then would be, just a passion for creating.
Yes.
Right?
It's not even cars. It's like I was a hobbyist and I used to build really high-end custom homes.
Yeah.
But I love, because at the end of that build, I could stand back and say, I did that, or I put that together.
Second thing then would be really good at solving puzzles. Like you have
Yes.
persistence, because these things are hand built.
Yeah, this is like, there's not going to be an over-the-counter solution for any of this stuff. There's no one-off. There's a lot of generalities. There's a way things that we do what we do, and there's a reason we do it. And we've just learned, and and we can teach you that. Third thing is probably a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
And being able to laugh at yourself. And, I don't do well with the victim stuff.
Yeah.
So, and neither does
Personal
anybody.
responsibility.
Yeah, any of the guys here, they don't do victim leads. Here, if you've got the passion for this, it's just one of those things that, bring it to the table, man. Get paid to do something you really love to do.
Yeah.
Have fun doing it. I mean, there are frustrations. There are days where I just go, but everybody's got that no matter what you're doing.
Right.
So,
And then another thing too would just be like a sense of tenacity and personal integrity. Like you're always going to do your best.
Being stubborn and not always bring your A game to the table, even if you don't have an A game to start with. So that's my kind of advice. If you guys want to go do something real cool, give us a call.
Yeah.
That's all I can
There you
ask. We'll give you a chance.
All right. So show me what else is going on in this shop.
Oh, I think Darren's back. He's been not feeling well. Yo, Darren.
Show us what's going on. We're just going to look at this lovely sex and candy.
I just got to finish polishing this thing.
All right.
All
So
right,
what's going on?
hanging out.
Oh,
I don't
just
feel
having
real
fun,
good,
huh?
but I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
back. So we'll let's start out here. We'll make a loop and come back
Okay.
in there. So we got Mr. Hatcher's convertible. It's still sitting down. He's waiting on. He brought us some new parts that he had. The fenders that came on it were a little bit. They were okay, but he didn't like them, so he brought us some fenders from another car. We're waiting on that, and then it's going to blast. So
All right.
that's what it was sitting out here doing, waiting and waiting. We got some new parts for it too, so it's going to be heading to blast. So then, this is Miss Farrell's car, and if y'all remember, it went home and it came back. She had gotten in a little wreck. I think we showed it last week, so
Yeah.
she decided to go ahead and have the fender fixed. So
All right.
Spook is doing a little wonder body work on the fender. And we had a couple other little things she wanted to add on. She wanted some new heater boxes put on. So
Okay.
bumpers needed to be adjusted, some few other little things. So she's back in getting work, and hopefully it'll be done. Mr. Miller's bug is back. It's the Super. And if you remember, it went home about 2 weeks ago. And so then he decided it worked perfectly, he loves it. He just wanted to do some more work. So he's having us take all the engine tins and get them all powder coated. And he
right.
bought a new fan shroud.
Here's a beautiful patina ride.
Yeah, so we're gonna powder coat all those, and then he had a little engine leak, which we didn't do a whole lot of engine work. We found out it was the push rod tube. So
Okay.
Shannon's putting new push rod tubes on the motor, which is right in here on the stand.
Oh.
So the motor is sitting here on the stand. He's gonna put some new push rod tubes on it, clean it up a little bit. All the tins went out to go powder coated. When they come back, we'll put it back together in his car, go home again. Hopefully,
Great.
no problem at all. So.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right, so now y'all have seen this car before. This is Fergie, and it's back in just for its final polish and little touches that we had to do, a few little punch list items, and then it's going to go back to its home and right on. So just it'll be here about another week. It's getting a couple, like I said, some paint touch-up little deals, and we'll send it back on out. So
Lovely.
then we'll move over here to Riley.
Riley.
Riley's, if y'all been watching the videos, Riley's been sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting
And
and
look
waiting.
at this though.
So now the
We've got
headliner's
headliner.
in, which is what was holding up everything, because I can't put the glass in without the headliner, and blah blah blah. So they couldn't go any farther forward. So I got the headliner in, and doing it obviously today. When we get it in, we can put all the glass back in it and start the carpet and go from
Oh
there.
wow, things
And
will
then
move
put
from
the
here.
seats in,
That's
yeah.
wonderful.
So this little thing was holding up everything. So that's what's happening on there. Mr. Cabral here, we're pretty much down still to the punch list there. We're having some issues with the motor. We're getting that worked out, but we got a couple little things. I had a headliner in there and it had problems, so we're gonna pull it out and redo the headliner, the front headliner.
Okay.
Stove, we still got to touch up, but really it's like really small couple things. And he called the other day to find out about it, so we'll get that all taken care of and get him out of here.
Beautiful.
Rusty's sitting over here in the corner. He's, for all intents and purposes, done, waiting on, well, it's done as far as we can go. Yeah, done. As far as we can go, because we got air ride suspension coming, and we've got to modify the frame, everything for that. We've been talking about that, but
supply chain.
We're pretty much almost to that point. There's a few things he can do, but it's pretty much to that point where we're waiting on the suspension now.
Okay.
And then he'll get back in the mix. So
great.
Gazzo's still waiting on
axles.
Herbie.
What are they saying? July for axles?
Yeah. So yeah. So we'll.
Think they'll do it?
Gosh, I hope so.
I hope so too.
And then Herbie here, we've just got a couple lug nut issues we're not real happy with, so we're gonna figure. We got a custom made brake system for this thing, and it already had a custom made brake system, so, and they didn't mesh good. So we're having to try to work that out, but we're working it out. So
super custom.
Custom and custom don't go together.
Yeah.
So then we'll head on down the road here outside. I think we got a couple things we can talk about out here. All right, so we got Mr. Hardin's 57 oval here that you guys been watching last week. We saw that we put some new A-pillar door hanger in there. A lot of work going on that. What we've done since is there's a lot of areas that are typical that rust out here in the window corners. So we're doing some welding work there to fill holes in there. We had to take and do a lot of work. We're fixing to do a lot of work on the heater tube boxes here where there's a whole bunch of rust where water sits in there. So we're gonna have to cut these out and put new ones of these in. And then now we're just going through holes. You know, it's just hole after hole, filling it with welds. He had to cut a piece of the luggage tray out there off of another one and put that in. It wasn't enough to cut out the whole luggage tray, but it was really bad in that corner for some reason. And it's because, you know, it leaked off that side of the window, so we had to put some welds up there and stuff like that. So this is kind of down to the nitty gritty where we're patching little holes and stuff like that, and we're getting, but a lot of the time the luggage tray rusts all the way out. If you want to see, this is what a new luggage tray looks like over here. This is a complete new luggage tray here out of a bug, so you see that there. That's actually for Mr. Hatcher's convertible out there, but when they get that bad, it's better just to cut the whole thing out. It's a lot of work to put that whole thing in there, but a whole bunch of other cars on their way here already, so.
So we need more room. We really need more team.
We need help too. If you're out there and you are a mechanic.
We're calling you.
Specifically, if there's a miracle some way and you're a Volkswagen mechanic, it'd be awesome. But I know that's far and few between. But at least somebody that has mechanical aptitude and can learn VW stuff, and you know, a little bit more than we need a little bit more than a tire changer or anything. We're an actual mechanic, so we can find somebody out there that's a mechanic and wants to come to a fun place to work. Come on down here or give us a call and let's see what we can do.
Bye, nice people.